I had a I had an eating disorder. I still have a little bit of an eating disorder. Just a teaspoon. I don't have a full cup anymore. Just a teaspoon. Sometimes 2 tablespoons of an eating disorder. I'm trying to cut back though. On the eating disorder, not on the food. Obviously, look at this. Bam, bam. In it. Hey. But what I realized with the eating disorder is that I don't have the discipline for it. Do you know how disciplined you have to be to not eat? Yeah, you know how easy it is to get hungry? I'm hungry right now. I want something to eat right now. But that goes against the guidelines of the eating disorder. You can't just eat if that's what you're doing. You making you making strong decisions. People with eating disorders are disciplined AF. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you're being down on yourself about having an eating disorder, actually give yourself a gold star. Bet you discipline. Now you just need to transmute that discipline into something else. That's all. They make it sound so simple, right? Bitch, I'm still struggling with my 2 tablespoons of eating disorder. It's not bulimia. I tried it. I tried the bulimia. And then my throat hurt. Oh my gosh. That's like so irritating to me. I'm too agitated. I'm too aggy with everything. So I was like, oh yeah. Eat whatever you like and throw it up. Bitch, when my throat started burning like that, I said, what we not gonna do is this. This no. Ugh. That's commitment, bitch. You doing that every day? Like, eat, purge, eat, purge. And you don't feel no ways tired? You don't feel no way about that? You're like, fuck it, I'm still thin, I'm gonna keep doing it? Bitch, you committed. You committed to the cause. I'm not there. Never have been. Anorexia, you can, especially if you're a go-getter, you can kind of sneak anorexia into your regime because you just, oh my god, so busy, forgot to eat, so busy, forgot to eat, oh my gosh, she's doing so much, she forgot to eat. So nobody like really notices that. But when you are doing so much, you have to eat. Bitch, your metabolism is up. You gonna stay the same weight. Ain't nobody talking to y'all about how weight loss works. Anyway, all I'm saying is tried anorexia as well. Once again, failed. I think I lasted half a day. Then I did a full day. Then sometimes you can go like a couple days. You can go a couple days. And then that by the third, fourth day, even I'm eating everything I can. I ain't eating for 4 days. You know, so I just wasn't committed. That's why I say I have 2 tablespoons of an eating disorder, because I do get OCD about it, which I also have OCD. So I get OCD about like, oh my gosh, the sodium, too much salt, carbs. I don't really think about the carbs because I'm always moving. Fly by the seat of my pants gal, kind of moment to moment, you know, always moving, not worried about the carbs. I'm not. You know, like, you can feel some type of way about me, baby. You can feel some type of way, but I'm not worried about the carbs. The way I be moving, okay? The way I be compulsively cleaning my apartment, I'm not worried about it. But the sodium, and that's where they be getting y'all with the sodium. Sodium is salt, bitch. Accent is MSG. Everybody, oh, I put a little accent on. Bitch, that's a bottle of MSG. When I turned that thing over and it said monosodium glutamate, that's MSG. Monosodium glutamate. Bitch, an acronym. MSG. Stop buying accent. And then going to the Chinese people, Chinese food, saying, I hope y'all ain't got no MSG in here. Bitch, you got accent in the cupboard. You got accent in the cabinet, and you put it on the chicken every night. That's MSG, bitch. But people don't know that, you know? Who is flipping it over and saying, let me Google, what is monosodium glutamate? You're not gonna do that. Why? Because the accent make the food taste good. It do. It enhances the flavor. I don't know. It's like chicken plus. That's all it is. It's chicken plus. Ignorant. Whatever. Okay, so that's about eating disorder. Whoa, I did 5 minutes and 40 something seconds about eating disorder. Okay, I also used to self-harm, aka cutting oneself. I only have one little scar, and it's faint. Some people have scars, you know, and I was like, fuck, I didn't even do that right. But whatever. Here's the thing, I had to stop cutting because I'm too vain. Bitch, white bandages don't go with everything. And I like to stunt on these hoes. I don't know about you guys, but I love to stunt on these hoes. Like, what else are we doing out here? Why are you buying clothes if you're not stunting on these hoes? And when I was cutting, like the next day I had to bandage the arm. And then I was trying to put like, girl, bitch, I had a white bandage, gauze, white tape, and then I tried to put a goddess band over that. No, boo-boo, it's not going. We see that white peeking out. And don't do it in the fall. White. I couldn't do it. I couldn't mess up the outfit. I'm only allowed 3 colors. 3 colors. 3. And then that white was just, hey, how you doing? And that's hard to talk about, you know? It's hard to talk about self-harm. Because people don't get it. They're like, what? Bitch, you did what? For what? And why? It make you feel like what? For me, I don't know how other people feel, except for what I've seen on movies and what people have discussed on the internet as I've scrolled through. But for me, it was like a bit of a punishment and also a release at the same time. You're feeling so bad and you're feeling so down and you're like, maybe I won't do this. But then I already learned from the craft, bitch, I knew I wasn't doing it the right way. I knew I wasn't gonna hurt myself for real. Cause on the craft, they say cut down. They say do this way, but I was doing horizontal. They said do vertical. I was like, oh, she did it the right way. She did vertical. I didn't do that. I made sure I kept it horizontal. Because that's what you think. You're like, I'm going to slip my wrist. I'm going to go slip my wrist. You don't think, I'm going to slip my wrist. You don't think that way. You think horizontal. So that's what I had did. But I ain't got no knife, bitch. All I have is razors, which can do some damage. But after you feel those first couple stings, I have it in me. That's all I'm going to say. I have it in me. And then the vanity brought me back. Like the next day, I'm not in that space anymore. I might be a little low, but I ain't low where I wasn't that low anymore. So, yeah, thank God for vanity. And them cheap ass razors that I had, I was cutting with Bics, bitch. I was cutting with Bics. Granted, you can take those apart and make it one. Ooh, I don't want to give nobody no ideas. Lord forgive me. I really don't. But I had to let it go. So, a bitch thinking she too cute to boot. That's what saved her. There we go. Heroin. When I was in, I haven't ever done heroin, but I think about it a lot. Do y'all think about heroin as much as I think about heroin? I think about heroin a couple times a day. As if I've never had it. Never had it. But I have had a drive-by shot of morphine. A psycho nurse gave me a drive-by shot of morphine, and when I said, "What the fuck did you just shoot into my arm, bish?" She was like, "Morphine," and then just walked off. Psychotic. And that is the healthcare system in New York City. So if you ever heard, go to that one hospital in Brooklyn, and people not wound too tight, so you gotta watch yourself. But that woman gave me a drive-by shot of morphine, and I was about to curse her out. And then I felt calm like I ain't never felt in my life. And I said, "Bitch, you can run you can run me another one, right?" I know I was outraged initially, but this shit right here, and y'all just got it. Where y'all got this at? It's in a different room. I bet you it's in a separate room than the rest of the medicine. It has to be. It's too good. It's too fantastic. Okay, now why did this woman give me a drive-by shot of heroin? Well, first of all, she wouldn't tell me what it was initially, cause she crazy. Cause I had asked, "What are you doing? What is that?" And she rolled her eyes and walked away. You know she was black. Yes, she was black. I don't know how many hours she had worked up until then, but bitch, you can't just be coming at people with syringes. I don't care if we are in the hospital. You can't be coming at me with a fucking syringe out of nowhere. No alcohol pad, no nothing. Is you crazy? Is you mine? Yes. The answer was yes, she was. That crazy bitch still got me. She still got me. Drive-by shot of morphine. She still got me. But yeah, but that's why I be thinking about heroin, because heroin is the street version of morphine, right? It gotta be. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. And they say it feels like a hug. And you ain't hurting nobody when you're on morphine, bitch. You laid out. You are laid out. You are in another level of relaxaciones. That's a different level of relaxation. We ain't never felt it. You ain't never felt it. You ain't never felt it unless you got a friend who done did it. You ain't never felt a heroin relaxation high. You ain't. I haven't been there. You haven't been there. That's the tea. That's all there is to it. But I think about it. I want to feel like a hug. I want to feel a hug. And you know, at this age, you can't just ask people for no hug. Like, what the hell is wrong with her? And who are you? And no. Now, if you have a sign that says "Mom's giving free hugs," but still, this heroin is like all your cells are hugging all the other cells inside your body. Everybody's and that's the problem, because once you have all your cells hugging each other, they want to keep hugging each other. They'll never want to stop feeling that fucking relaxed. They know how your regular life is. They're not going back to that. Not after heroin. No. They're not gonna do it, and I don't blame them. And that's why it's so addictive. Your cells just want to hug each other. Idiocy. Okay. Didn't know I was hot till I got molested. Didn't know I was hot till I got molested. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing. Had a complex. My older sister, she's the pretty one. She's She's a pretty one. She's also the nice one. Everyone thinks she's younger than I am. She's so kind. Her heart is so kind and open. Just love it. Easy to laugh. Kiki. Really kind person. Beautiful. And she's also cool. She's always been the cool one, swag, all that jazz. Not my jam. That wasn't me. That's what I aspired to. That wasn't my jam. Didn't happen. I could pretend. Sweet Lorraine was like a little more my sister, you know. Anyway, that's a character. Sweet Lorraine was a character. Didn't know I was hot till I got molested. Then I got molested, and I was like, oh, well, I must be hot. People want me. Then I just kept getting molested. All these different people, men, women, didn't matter. Different ages. So many people molested me. And I was like, I'm fine as fuck. I don't know what to say to y'all. I don't know what y'all doing. And bitch, I'm underage. I don't even know what a real date is. That's a horrible joke. I have written here, #horrible. So I felt it was horrible when I wrote it down, but I had to write it, because that's what it was. And then I just organically said it again. Didn't even see my notes. Oh, okay, definitely I've been suicidal. I was hospitalized, or I checked myself in to New York Presbyterian Hospital in New York City, and I can't remember how long I was there. I want to say I was there for like maybe 3 days, 4 days, maybe a week. I don't think it was a week though. I think it was under a week, but I was there. And anyway, but do you know, if you call the suicide hotline, they don't have people available 24/7. You can call 24/7. Somebody's not going to be available 24/7. So when I called on a different occasion later, this is after I've been hospitalized, this is years after I've been hospitalized, I called again because I was obviously down. And the bitches, they were busy. And I was like, this is hilarious. And I instantly felt better. So if you are feeling suicidal, call the suicide hotline if they are busy. How fucking comical is that? You got one job, homie. Pick up. Pick up the phone. We ain't just calling. We ain't calling for no reason. We need a lifeline. And you're like, that's gonna be a no for me right now, dog. Like, somebody else needed a lifeline. Turns out you were 2 minutes too late. How many people have killed themselves? I know it's horrible, but how many people have killed themselves because the suicide hotline was busy? Volunteer. And if you're a comedian, I don't know. I was about to say, nah. All right, so I covered eating disorders, cutting, heroin, molestation, and suicide, and that's 19 minutes and 28 seconds.